Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. This is the weekly landscape update video that I do most Wednesdays at this house that I moved into in the late fall. There's an entire series of videos in a playlist on my channel called New House. If you want to catch up, I used the drone to show how I laid everything out back here and so on and so forth. I have to say these things every week just in case this is the first video that you're finding because there's quite a few videos leading up to this point. This past week, I put in, as you saw in the beginning of the video, quite a few pieces, a lot of flowering perennials. You know, I've been doing mostly shrubs and trees up until this point. I've got this It's a Breeze ground cover rose, which is a new release from the Southern Living Plant Collection that I'm going to put right here on the front edge of this bed. This side of the yard gets the most sun, and so this will be a good space for a rose. I've got it out from the building enough where it'll get good morning sun coming across this way. But this is a really nice low maintenance rose. It only gets a foot or two in height. It'll get as wide as I want to let it get, but that's easily controllable. The other things that have gone on this week are I got some of the seedlings inside thinned out some more. I put multiple seeds in each cell pack and in each cell, and I go back and cut them down as they get large enough. I basically pick the most vigorous one. In the case of the tomatoes, and I did not pick the most vigorous one. I'm a little too early with my tomatoes like I am every year. It's another 3 or 4 weeks before I can put them out. I actually kept the shorter one of the two tomatoes. So that was different. The some roots here. The lettuce that was put in over here had gotten some frost on it, but has really recovered nicely with some warm temperatures this week. I'll have more lettuce that I know what to do with. I'll be giving it away to neighbors in the next few days. The lettuce bowls that I have on the front porch, I was able to get lettuce from this week, actually 2 times, and made a really beautiful salad out of that. All the lettuce plants that I gave away to neighbors, they've all been very appreciative of all those plants that I gave away. The sweet peas along the fence are just starting to germinate, so there's really nothing to show on that. They'll end up growing up into that fence, and that'll be nice. There was amazing progress made on the house this week, and even the steps have been, they're not complete, but they're in the process of going in. For those of you who don't know, I put 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch of compost on the ground below this mulch. And so it's being incorporated as I'm digging holes back here. This rose, of course, like any rose, you got to be a little careful getting it out of the pot. These aren't that thorny. They are thorny, they're roses. I'm not saying they're not thorny, but they're not really just absolutely wicked. This isn't root bound at all, but it is a little drier than I'd probably like to put a plant in the ground. So I'm gonna come over here and really saturate this area pretty well. Normally I water my plants before I start digging a hole. I've got him elevated about 2 inches above the original grade there, and put this compost and clay mix is what it amounts to in here. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick walk around of the things that I've put in. I appreciate you watching these weekly update videos. For next week, I'm going to mow the lawn down pretty short, and since it's going to be a little while before I'm putting that patio in there, I'm going to throw some fescue seed over it. Currently it's a fescue and ryegrass or winter rye mix. That winter rye is going to start to die out, so I'm going to overseed it with some fescue so it'll continue to look pretty good for the spring. Not using any chemicals or fertilizer or anything, just overseeding it, and it'll look good for the next 8 weeks or so, which is what I need from it. I'm going to till the rest of the garden space over there. I don't normally till in my vegetable garden. I do raised bed vegetable gardening without building a structure, so I basically just mound compost up, put my vegetables in. This first time over here though, I've got some onions, wild garlic, really some kind of nasty weeds over there. I'd like to get them dislodged and get them this first time and get some of that compost tilled into the soil, which will also be helpful to just bring the soil back to life. Then I'll put an additional layer of compost over there. Then you'll see all the vegetables that I have pre-started in the house, and then ones I'm doing from seed. We're probably 4 weeks from those going in. So here's a quick tour of everything. And again, thank you for watching these. One thing I planted this week was these Blue Magic iris bulbs. These are actually Dutch iris, and they're supposed to go down in the ground about 4 inches. I only put them down in about 2.5 inches because of this clay that's here. There's some under there. We'll see them within a week or two here. Some there, and some over by that Carex. And there's 40 bulbs. A couple of them were soft, so I threw them out. Just definitely check for that. If the bulbs aren't firm, don't plant them. Right here are some agapanthus. There's going to be a water feature right in here. I actually have a salvia planted there that's going to fill up a lot of this space. For now, it's probably one that's not going to be hardy here. It's a zone 8 one for sure. But I've got the, what have I got? Ever Midnight agapanthus, Ever White, and the other one is, I've got Ever Amethyst. I've got, sometimes I have my memory recalled. This salvia, like I say, which is tiny right now, will end up probably 6 by 6 in this space over the course of the summer. I've got a dwarf butterfly bush right here. I cannot remember the name of this one, sorry. New names for everything. This one's called Grand Cascade. And it should only reach about 3 feet in height, more of a spreading variety. I put this wither rod viburnum right here, which is almost hard to see because it was only in like a 2.5 inch pot. I said I was going to pot it out into another pot in the video where I had purchased that, but it's putting on new growth right now. Seems vigorous enough. I think it'll be fine. Going over this way, there's a salvia Greggii here called Teresa. This is like a pink one. This one will try to be a bit of a bully with that loropetalum next to it over the course of the summer. I'll have to cut it back a couple times, but once it starts blooming, it'll bloom the entire summer. This is a verbena here, bonariensis. They bloom all summer long. Again, it's a perennial that can get some size on it over the course of the summer, but you'll see how I treat these things once they get bigger. Once they're not making me happy at some point by midsummer, I really cut them back super hard, and they bloom on new growth, and so you kind of get a second round of heavy blooming. So heading back into the shade area, there's an acanthus here. It's beautiful foliage on that one. I'm excited to see it put on some growth here in the next few weeks. There's that fern that I got up at Pine Knot right there called Hart's Tongue Fern is in the ground. There's a podophyllum right there, tiny little thing. Hope Holly doesn't actually walk on that in the next week or two. Should be fine if once it gets established back here. I put in several hellebores. There's that pink one that I got up at Pine Knot, and there's the black one right there, and another one of the black ones right there. The 6-packs, I've got some 6-pack mixed color ones that I haven't put in yet. I'm gonna put those, I'm gonna swing you around super slow. This is such a mess everywhere, but there's a red bud blooming right there. That red bud is staying, and down below that is where those other hellebores will end up going. And let's see, what else did I put over here? There's a couple cast iron plants. That Stars and Stripe one is there. It's got should have more vivid striping soon enough. And there's another spotted variety right there, Aspidestra or cast iron plant. And there's Farfugium right here. This is an old leaf from last year. The new foliage is coming up right there. This will be beautiful in this space as well. And then of course you just saw me plant this rose right here. I may have actually just skipped over a few things. If I did, I'll show them to you next week. And over here are the potatoes that you saw me put in last week. And you see how they're breaking through the soil right here. Okay, I got the focus better right there. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4 so far in that, well, 5. That one's breaking through right there as well. So here in the next couple days, I've got some extra compost here. I'll put about 2 inches and more compost on that and cover them back up. Behind those is where the lettuce is that's been planted, and you can see the peas coming up here. I'm gonna put some staking in there. You'll see that next week. I've got some little metal, basically little metal fencing that I'll use to support these peas. I'm gonna have to go back and thin them a little bit. They're right up on top of one another. I'll probably want them about 3 or 4 inches apart, and that should be adequate. So again, thanks for watching the video.